This is Dr. Hether with the Hether Macro that works with the chiropractic software Chirotouch for EHR. A lot of my clients have asked me, how do we actually make a programmable PDF to use with CT forms so that we have boxes to check and have macro fields automatically generated with patients' names and dates and birthdays and such. And the way we do this is actually seeing a website called PDF Escapes. And PDF Escapes is free to use. You can join if you like. You get to save up to 5 forms at a time. From here, once you create an account, you simply upload your PDF that you scanned in. Let's say it's an X-ray script or an MRI script for a nearby MRI company. And from there, you'll see the form in front of you. You can create boxes and check boxes for that matter. And it merges the patient's name, their diagnosis codes, and the dates easily. So you don't have to have a paper chart, write it by hand, have your secretaries fill in the diagnosis codes and then scan it in and save it. It's already done on your computer. You can use functional outcome assessments like the Pain Disability Index from the AMA if you're doing impairment ratings. So to get to how do we do this, one way is to access the front desk and go under Records. And from Records, you'll hit New. And from New, you'll go to Forms. From the Form button, we can hit New Template, and we actually can create a template that says, let's say, attorney letters, and we're going to generate a letter to an attorney. So this is how we would do the fields for both a PDF as well as using Chirotouch for forms so that we can type forms to people a little bit faster and easier. So from here, we're going to name it, and once we get to the edit of the template, we have this blank form in front of us. On the top, we have this button called Add-on, and if we click the Add-on button, we can see macroed fields. And if we merge macro fields, we'll see Chirotouch's fields regarding patient information as well as other information on the top if you click down. But for example, patient full name, patient's birth date, patient addresses, and such. So here would be an example of what an attorney letter would look like with the patient's name, the attorney's firm, and things like that. From there, we can again see where our macros are just by clicking the add-on button to generate our letter. Once we get into PDF Escapes and we scan in our fields, we can control the drop downs as far as the form charts. So when it says form field, from there we would click checkboxes. We can collect text, and we can also do paragraph text. Paragraph text is if you're doing more than one sentences, so it scrolls down. But they merge the macros from Chirotouch into it. Once we create a text field form, you want to right-click inside the form and see something called Object Properties. And from Object Properties, you would take those same things like where it says field name, today's date would be today, patient's primary phone number would be PAT, PRI, PHONE, and things like that. So we can put down current diagnosis codes or current DX, and we would use those programmed primary fields from Chirotouch into this form field property search box. And from there, it'll automatically generate the forms that we did before with the names and the diagnosis codes already in it, like such. And that's it. If you have any questions on this, you can contact me at jameshether, HETHER @gmail.com. And if you have any other questions, let me know. Thanks.